In this video, I am going to populate questions in the exam quiz that I created previously. So this is the propagation exam worth 40% of the marks. When I click on it, the main page for the quiz appears, and I can see that no questions have been added yet. I can also see that the default grade that the quiz gives you is 10%, and that's something that I need to change because obviously this exam is worth 40%. So to add questions, I go to the tab on the top and click on questions, and this gives you a button here where you will be able to add questions. But before I do that, the first thing I want to do is change the maximum grade of the quiz and change it to 40, which is the total percentage in the exam, and click on save. Also, I will have to go back to the settings in the quiz and make sure that the grade to pass is changed to 20. I do this immediately, otherwise I could forget. So click save and return to the course, and then go back to the quiz once again, click on questions, and now I can confirm that the maximum grade is going to be 40. So as I add questions, I will be able to generate how much value each question has until eventually we reach a total of 40. So I click on add and select a new question. This window then opens where you can see a number of different types of questions, which I might go through at some point in another video. But for now, I want to concentrate on the essay type of question, which is the most common type of question used in a normal exam that we are using commonly. So once you click on the type of question, then click on the red button that says add. So the first thing we do is know that there is a particular category. The category, in this case plant propagation, will allow me to later on at some point see how many questions I have in a question bank. So as you can see, there are 12 there, and so this new question will be added to that bank. So I'm going to provide a name for this particular question, and I have my own system here where I will be able to quickly identify this is an exam for this particular year. Now I will place the name of the question here, which I already have prepared in an exam paper. So I have a exam paper created with the answers in it. This is the exam paper that I will print out for my students. For those who choose to take this exam without doing it on the Safe Exam browser. So I have both the question and the answer in this exam paper. I obviously have another exam paper which is exactly the same one, which I can open now just to show the plant propagation. So that exam paper, the one that I will show the actual students, looks like this. It simply has the question, but obviously it doesn't have the answer, so there is a space for the students to populate their answers. So, but for creating the quiz, I am going to use the one that I have prepared for the external assessor that will be able to see the questions and the answers. So I simply copy the question and I go back to Moodle and I put in the question text. I place the question there. And the next thing I want to do is make sure that this text is large, because you might have a student with impaired vision. So we are ticking the box for universal design, and so that's nice and big print. The next thing I want to do is record that question in case a student needs a reader. So if they need a reader, they will be able to click on the icon to listen to it, and they will be able to attend the exam using earphones. So I'm going to click on the record button, and I'm going to then read the question. Explain in detail what a missed unit for propagation consists of, and what type of propagation is favored by this system particularly. Okay, I listen to it if I'm happy. Okay, so I'm happy with that. I attach the recording and it appears here. Okay, so I do this for every question just to ensure large print and a voice recording appears. The default mark for this is going to be 2, because there are going to be 10 short questions, short answered questions at 2 marks per question, and there will be then 2 structured questions that are valued 10 each. You don't need to put anything under general feedback. You are able to give the student how many lines they need in order to answer. I always use for a short answered question maximum 10 lines. I don't allow attachments. And what I have here then is the grader information, is where you place the answer that will appear after the quiz is finished, and which is really handy then also for the external assessor. So I have the answer here. I simply copy and I will paste it here. It is possible to make this also large and correct any mistakes. So I click then on Save Changes, and that's question 1 in this quiz. It has a value of 2, and you already can see that the total marks so far is 2. So I will continue doing the rest of the questions, and I will do the exact same system until I reach the total of the 12 questions.